Welcome, roll up to the greatest podcast of all time. The pod where the three greatest lads of all time discuss the greatest shiz of all time. You know the flipping drill by now. Social links in the bottom. Follow it. Patreon. Fill it up with money it. Anyway.
How long did it take you to write that?
No, you said it, mate.
Mate, I just domed that. That was straight off the
That was straight off the bonds, mate. Are you joking?
Insane.
Yeah, fucking
insane.
Leapt bombs and in.
Let him cook.
I did write this though. How are you two freakazoids?
Yeah, mate, I'm great. I saw the biggest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Why
That's not.
That? I don't need to see that.
It's not the biggest shit I've ever seen. It's not the biggest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, because I've seen your mum.
I couldn't get my hands around it. I mean, I didn't try, obviously, but
no, but I could see it scaled to that literally and on your feet.
Mate, that thing was this thick. I'm not fucking kidding you. It was this fucking thick. How do you push that out of you?
I know it was impressive. It's more impressive if it was an animal. But when we were in cadets, the toilets would quite often get blocked. And I'm not joking. I have verifiable witnesses. There was a shit in there so big once, I couldn't fit both hands round it. And it protruded from the toilet for, I reckon it was about 7-8 inches coming out of the water.
No
so where was the
way.
bottom?
No
way. Dude, I'm not joking. We were there like, holy shit.
With your mate to fucking Africa the other day as well.
no, trust me, there are witnesses to this. And we were all debating, like, they must have had to have stand up to get it to pinch it off. They must have stood.
I bet when they stood up, they started firing milk out their udders.
No, trust me, this is true. But there used to be a photo of it. I don't know where that photo is anymore.
Yeah,
but that shit that you saw the other day was very impressive.
Yeah, well, sorry for getting the podcast after after a shitty start. But yeah,
there you go, Seb. That's how you do like a little pun.
Right.
No, I'm gonna keep it.
I did a thing this weekend. Vinny, you might have already seen it. Mork, you might have seen it, but I don't know if you were on the Discord when I posted it. But basically, I went up to went down actually to Somerset for my good partner Lucy's birthday with two of our mates. We went to a spa weekend. It was lovely.
I'm going to continue listening to this story because it didn't start with boat.
Gary.
Right, just because I've got something interesting going on in my life.
Where's your story, Mork?
Yeah.
What about that shit I saw the other day?
Sorry, shit you saw 15 years ago and you play football sometimes. Fucking hell, mate. Right. Look. So, anyway, it's not BOAT related. It's Glastonbury related. So basically, me, Luce, Becker and James, our mates, we all went down. We had a little spa weekend. It was a surprise. Luce didn't know Becker and James would come in. I was pretty, good boyfriend and that. Anyway, on the Saturday, right, we get up, we do a little spa weekend and that. Just fucking go in a jacuzzi, go in a sauna. I did an ice plunge. It was fucking freezing.
Did you have a massage?
No.
Ugh.
Don't like people touching me.
Nah, spa's not for me. I could never like.
No, but this is the thing. I didn't think it would, but the sauna and the hot tub were lovely, and the ice plunge was good laugh.
Yeah,
spas are great.
I wouldn't let someone rub me.
No, fuck that.
That's the best part.
You're a freak, Vinny.
Yeah, I don't like my brothers. Anyway, so then after that, we were like, oh, do you know what? We like a bit of a walk. Let's go up to fucking Glastonbury Tor. Amazing monument. It's so scenic. Big. For anyone who hasn't seen it, it's like a sort of the big hill in Glastonbury. Right at the top of it, there's this old kind of early Christian abbey with like it looks like a church, but without anything but the big spire. It's just like a big square thing that just goes up. Absolutely beautiful. And because obviously it's the Somerset floodplains, it's been raining. There's all water everywhere, big lakes. We're walking up, and I'm like, God, this is scenic. This is so lovely. Been dealing with all this floating vessel-based things. It's really nice to just be out in the. And then what do I hear? Just as we're getting up close, I hear. and I'm like,
A monkey?
no.
A horde
So
of
I get up
monkeys?
there, right? Not a horde of monkeys, right? There's about, I'd say, 100 tourists all up there trying to soak in this wonderful, amazing experience. And in the middle, right in the center, like in the actual church bit itself, have stationed themselves some of the crustiest fuckers I've ever seen in my life. And there were two of them just smashing on these big ass fucking African drums. Bear in mind, they're the whitest looking fuckers you've ever seen.
Oh yeah, this is Glastonbury.
None of them have got shoes on.
No.
All just dancing around in there, right? It's the most obnoxious thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, Glastonbury is probably the most obnoxious place I've ever been to.
I've never, and also just to think like, it's this really wonderful, peaceful, scenic moment, and you're like, no, this has to be about me.
Yeah.
Just fuck off with your drums. Like, just drum anywhere, but right in the middle as well. Like, go and drum over there. But they were just, and like, no one could go inside. I made this big thing. I walked right in, just stood in the center of all of them while they were all going like, they're all waving their arms at me, going like, and I'm like, that is cultural appropriation and a bit racist. And they're just going like, in my face and shit, right? Why is Vinny shaking his head?
Why is that?
It's not racist.
It's impersonal.
It's racist for you to say is racist.
Okay,
You fucking
I take that
idiot.
back. I shouldn't have said that it was racist. Okay, it wasn't racist. But I'm in the center. I go in the center to make a point of it, and I'm like trying to read this plaque that's in there. That's been put up by the fucking English Heritage or something. And honest to fucking God, they looked at me like I was just the biggest fucking square. Like you could just be like,
You probably were,
hey
mate.
man, you twisted my melon, man. Just fucking, we're just trying to get on the energy, man. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh,
The
you fuck off.
American.
No, I just can't do a hippie accent.
Yeah, fair.
And then just
Whoa,
some
dude.
pricks. And I've never seen so many silly hats worn so earnestly in my fucking life. People wearing big pointy wizard hats, white men, bold white men wearing Rastafari hats that are designed to cover a big load of dreads, but they don't have any dreads, so they just sort of sack off the
They
back.
flap on the
use
back.
condom. It was,
Yeah.
and then you go down into Glastonbury itself, right? I've never seen such a collection of absolute twaddle in my fucking life.
It's horrendous,
I
isn't
don't
it?
understand, right?
It's like the hippie capital of the UK, isn't it?
The world,
I
man.
assume so, man. But what I don't understand is no shop sells just one thing.
No.
They all sell all of the same stuff. So it's like, do you want crystals, dream catchers, didgeridoos, essential oils, silly hats, and them fucking... There's like a poncho, but you've put arms in it, and it looks like you're wearing a carpet. Do you want those 6 things? Every single shop sells them. There's no like, oh, let's go to the silly hat and poncho shop, or let's go to the crystal shop.
Yeah.
Every single, and they all stink of fucking incense.
Yeah, they're all wizard
the most
shops.
Arbitrary collection, and it just annoys me because right, African drums, didgeridoos, dream catchers, crystals, and Rastafari hats do not exist in the same universe. They are not one culture. They are 5 different cultural things that you've rammed together. There has never been a Rastafari didgeridoo player. Not once.
Isn't that the beauty of globalization, though? Everything melting together.
Sickens me, and also and like there's early Christian King Arthur and fucking crystals and didgeridoos have nothing in common. You don't see King Arthur pulling his sword from the stone in the background. You hear like it's just not there. Stop shoving all these things together. Just pick a thing. And the silliest hats, just so many pointy wizard hats made of felt. Just fuck off. Just actually fuck off.
I can totally resonate with your I go to Glastonbury all the time to work, and I go in people's houses there, and you know the shops you were going in, Seb? Everybody's house I've ever been in Glastonbury is exactly the same as those shops on the inside. They all stand in their living rooms like this. Waving around in their ponchos, smelling fucking incense. It's so bizarre because it's almost like they're so desperate to be the cultural hub of the world. They just go, what's hippie and cultural that no one does? let's just do that. They don't go like, right, let's just stick to.
I
We're
think it
all
is just
about
hippie
westerns.
culture. It's just extremely hippie. It sounds like you guys just don't like hippies for the sounds of it.
It's so aggressive. The thing is, they live in these really nice houses and drive Range Rovers.
It's aggressively hippie, that place.
Yeah, because like you'll go in they've got a brand new Range Rover parked outside, but you go in and they're like wearing tatty homeless clothes and they got no shoes on, and they're like, "Yeah, man, I just live for the free." It's like, that's a £200,000 car you got out the front. He's like, "Yeah, man, money doesn't mean shit." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, these guys.
You're a bank manager, yeah, man.
These guys could be so silly. These guys could be so silly that you could probably call them cartoon characters.
Yes. Yes, Vinny.
I'm ranting, but it's probably
That's
the best.
That's the best way of Vinny's subtly saying stop talking and
Let's move on with the show.
Introducing the episode.
Let's get on with it.
Well, before we do that, firstly, I just want to give a shout out to all my normal human faces out there. Because this week
I forgot about that.
because this week we are looking at some very not normal human faces. This week, we are looking at the greatest cartoon characters of all time. There are some classics. You've got the classics. You've got Bugs Bunny, Mickey Mouse, Homer Simpson, to name a few. They're all icons.
Tommy Pickles.
But we've also got some left field shouts. Bear me while I burp or sneeze. One of the two. Neither.
He shits himself.
Shit. But we also have some more left field shouts. Pikachu. Sonic. Sonichu? Maybe. But seriously, I was a big cartoon fan as a child, and I think pretty much all children are. But
I think
even in my teen...
Didn't we rename this animated... greatest animated character, by the way?
Animated cartoon, whatever. I've written cartoon, it doesn't fucking matter. It's the same shit.
Sure.
But like, even in my teen and adult years, shows like South Park, Smiling Friends, and Invincible are all amazing with amazing characters. And the world of cartoons or animation is vast, to say the least. And there are so many iconic characters that I've named a couple, like Sonichu. But surely no one with a sane mind would ever even attempt to pick a greatest of all of those. Well, we are fucking madmen. So let's do this. Who's going first?
Can I go first?
Yes, Vinny, you can. Probably give Seb a bit more time to polish his script, I reckon.
To actually write his script. From what I've heard.
To actually think of his pick.
Yeah. I'll give you a few inspirations at the start, don't I? So you can pick any of these.
Yeah. You can have any of my throwaways.
So... I know we talked about Chris Chan on this podcast before, but...
Wait, one sec, I'm going to timer up.
You're not talking about Chris Chan.
Yes!
Chris Chan again?
Solitude.
You ready to go?
The movie.
No.
We're going.
No, that's not happening. Solitude's not animated anyway. He's just a comic book character.
Yeah.
Anyway,
unfortunately, he doesn't count, Seb, so you might want to rip up that script, mate.
I've got a script, mate, and it bangs, so don't worry about it.
Excited to hear
We'll
it.
see. Yeah, I am.
Right.
You ready? Are you going? Is this
I'm
official?
going. Yes. So I'm a man-child, so unsurprisingly, I found too many great picks for me to pick for this one. If anyone's seen the whole of Adventure Time, I think you'd agree Finn the Human is a pretty good shout. And I already said this in the group chat earlier, but I 1000% would have picked Prince Zuko from The Last Airbender had I not already talked about that before. So
He was in Slumdog Millionaire.
I think you said that once on the... Was it the last episode you said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the actor who plays Prince Zuko in the M. Night Shyamalan one is the guy in Slumdog Millionaire.
Is it really? I can't remember if that was true.
It really is, yeah. It is true.
Okay, cool. That's a cool little... thanks for that little tidbit.
Nice, no worries. Over and out. Do-do-do-do-do. That's my jingle. It's just the McDonald's jingle.
I want when I get a text, I just want it to go do 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 do. That's my jingle. Love it.
But being the massive weeaboo that I am, I decided to take a look in the East at the plethora of great characters from the medium of anime. And it just so happens that I very recently finished rewatching one of my favorite shows of all time, that being 1998's Cowboy Bebop. Represent.
Ooh,
I've got the shirt on.
I fucking, as soon as I saw there was some like
Anime
writing
shirt
on that, yeah, I was like, I bet he's like, because you moved up, and I was like, oh, that's like Japanese or whatever, and I was like, he's gonna stand up at one point and reveal that he's wearing the shirt from the thing.
Yeah, man. I'm a massive fan. But so, Cowboy Bebop, if you're not familiar at all with it, which I'm assuming you guys aren't.
I'm not. I know of the name. I've heard that name before. But if you had said, what is it about, I would have probably assumed it was like a cowboy rock band or something.
Right, okay.
Cowboy K-pop band.
So I'll just give you a quick rundown of what it's all about. So basically, it's set in the year 2071. And this neo-noir sci-fi space western, amongst many other genres, centers around the crew of a ship called the Bebop. And in this world...
Rocksteady.
No, that's the Turtles.
That's a great joke.
In this world, humans have basically colonized the solar system, and in doing so, have kind of just left the Earth to sort of slowly rot. It's one of those kind of dingy sci-fis, a bit like
Starfield. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd never played it.
Wally.
It's just exploring the stars, fucking off Earth.
Right.
It's classic. I like that. I like that kind of what's it called? Premise.
Yeah. So the first like main hook of the show is the fact that the main characters on the Bebop, they're all bounty hunters. That's why they're kind of known as cowboys. That's the kind of
another tick.
Why it's Cowboy Bebop. And pretty much every episode just follows them trying to hunt down and turn in some criminal for their livelihood, essentially. Now, saying that, the really, really interesting and kind of really unique aspect of the show is that the main characters, well, by the time we at least find the main characters, like episode 1, they're pretty much in like the epilogue of their sort of main stories of their lives.
Oh, right. So they're kind of at the end of their careers.
Sort of. So basically, every one of them has this kind of tragic backstory, which in any other show, it would be like the main focus. Like the show would be about how this whole like, you know, start to end with all this like tragedy in between and like the big great twist at the ending. So this show's kind of different because it's just what happens, sort of what takes place after the fact, like after this big crazy thing happened. And like, for example, one of the characters was like this cop, and he like, you know, it was a good cop. He loved justice and law and stuff like that. And then basically, it was found out that like the entire police force was super corrupt, including his partner, and so he had to like basically leave. And so that was like the big thing. And you know, that would be its own story and another thing. But this is like taking place afterwards, where he's just a bounty hunter. He's just kind of living his life after the fact of all this crazy stuff happening. And none more so exemplify this idea of these characters trying to escape their like tragic pasts more than the main character, the main character of the story, a guy by the name of Spike Spiegel.
What a name.
Spike Spiegel.
Yeah. First name Spike, second name Spiegel.
Oh my gosh. Can I just interrupt with a piece of trivia as I'm just looking up this show?
Yeah.
Netflix made a live action adaptation of this small TV miniseries of this under the same name with the same characters. And guess who plays Spike Spiegel in that?
Is it the guy from Slumdog Millionaire?
No, it's not the guy from Slumdog Millionaire. That would have been fucking cool.
It's Harold or Kumar, right?
Yeah, it's the Asian guy from Harold and Kumar. I can't remember which one he plays. I think he plays Harold.
Maybe, yeah.
But it's fucking Harold from Harold and Kumar.
He plays Spike Spiegel in that, yeah.
Isn't he also in Star Trek, the Harold from Harold and Kumar?
Is he? What weird. You'd think after doing Harold and Kumar, he'd only ever be like typecast as that forever.
He's done a few things. He's done a few things now, I think.
I know, I find that really strange because you just think after that, there's no going back. You are officially Harold from Harold and Kumar forever. You're never going to be anything else.
It's not like it's
know what I
Star Wars. It's not fucking like Luke, whoever played Luke again, being like, I can never play another role in any other
Mark
thing.
Hamill.
Mark Hamill, because obviously I'm Luke from Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's not that big.
He said that.
No, I
but
know,
fucking-
but it's just so typecasting, isn't it? Is that like, like,
Stoner comedy.
I mean, Seth
Yeah.
Rogen's done other stuff.
if he's always Seth Rogen and everything he
It's
does.
always done comedies, though. Isn't it always comedies he does, though?
Sort of, yeah.
He did that film where Justin Gordon-Levitt gets cancer.
Yeah, role models. Role models? No.
That's
Comedians.
No,
Isn't it comedians? Stand-ups? Something like
no,
that.
he doesn't do
50-50?
stand-up. It's just like Jason. Is it Jason?
Face Off.
No,
No, not Face Off.
Con Air.
Connor.
This is Philadelphia. Is that when Tom Hanks gets AIDS?
This is Philip.
Anyway, let's fucking talk about Cowboy Bebop, shall we? Not if Tom Hanks has AIDS.
So the character I'm picking today is Spike. Spike
Spiegel.
Yes. So
Sounds
Steven
like a name someone made up.
Well, it is.
Spiegel's younger brother.
Well, it is a name someone made up. Every name is made up by someone.
No,
It's a made-up game.
no,
So
it
it's
sounds
It's a made-up name.
no, it sounds like a name someone made up whilst they were being interrogated. Like,
All right, Mark
Like-
Corrigan's dad.
you get pulled over like by the police, and you turn over, and they're like, "What's your name?" And you're like, "Steven Spiegel." Like, it sounds silly. It's a silly name.
Like
Spike's-
Sebek Lark's gonna sound normal.
Yeah, fucking pipe down, Sebek Lark.
That's a normal name.
No, it's not. It really
Every
is.
name sounds like that. What's your name, sir? Vinny Middlemost?
No, Vinny Middlemost sounds normal, but he was
Docs
called
on
like
this.
he was
I
called
can
like
leave out my name.
if he was like called like Vinny Vodelboast, that sounds silly, doesn't it?
Spike Spiegel, Vinny.
Spike
If you were
Spiegel.
called you're called Michael Davey, if you were called Michael Mavey, that sounds silly. It's like Barry Blineker all over again. It doesn't.
Can't even remember where Barry Blineker came from.
From when I was at the crack house and we were playing that game where you had to say someone with the first name.
It was on B, and I was just. Someone was like, "I can't." It's fucking Barry Blineker, maybe.
Oh,
Couldn't get Barry
yes.
Blineker out of my head or something.
No,
Barry
it was Michael
Blineker.
couldn't think of anything, and the first one he got right was Gary Lineker. Then it came
Oh.
around again, he went Barry Blineker. Then it came around again, he just went like Darry Dineker and Jerry Gineker.
Yeah,
Gary
round, round,
Yeah, we were like,
round.
yeah, that's a person, Barry Blineker.
Yeah.
Anyway. Spike Spiegel, that's the guy I'm picking today. So,
Spike Spiegel.
right off the bat, superficially, what he looks like, he's just this tall, lanky guy, got this big sort of hair, and he is as excellent a gunslinger as he is a martial arts expert. So Spike is basically this kind of amalgamation of loads of just very cool characters, basically from the 80s. So he's got Clint Eastwood in there. You know, he's that cowboy, kind of that rough talking cowboy kind of guy. He's got Bruce Lee in there. He's kind of, his philosophy is all about flowing like water, and he's just fucking good at kung fu and shit like that. He's got some other like characters in there, but the other ones are kind of like all the Japanese actors who I've never heard of, so I won't talk about
Kung
that.
fu, gun-slinging,
He's a
futuristic
cool-
cowboy bounty hunter. You've sold
Yeah.
me.
So
He wears a suit as well, I saw, so...
he
Hitman, he's got a bit of Agent 47 in there.
Yeah, so he is the very epitome of cool. He's slick, he's quick-witted, and
Does he smoke?
extremely charming. He does smoke cigarettes, and he makes it look
Bang.
very cool. Very
Smoking
sexy.
cigarettes is cool. Like,
The
it
reality.
is cool.
The thing is, the reality of smoking cigarettes is not. It's just some pasty British man just in the rain outside, fucking hopping down the last of their fucking butcher's choice because they can't afford the premium. No one sexy actually smokes. Like it only happens in movies.
Yeah, but when you see smoking like on TV, it's
When
like
you-
smoking is fucking cool.
Like Peaky Blinders.
Do you know what I mean?
Like they're just constantly
Yeah.
fucking smoking and drinking whiskey. And it's just like, I want to smoke and drink whiskey.
I've thought for a while that like, you know, like big tobacco is like not a thing anymore because they don't advertise. There's no advertisements on tobacco packages, so like that. I think like, no, you know what? They're in bed with Hollywood because every character who's cool will be there like, spark up a cigarette like, yo, smoking's fucking cool, kids. It's like, oh shit.
There's this really sick shot in I think it's the first episode of Cowboy Bebop where they're on the spaceship in space and so there's no gravity, and one of the characters just like lights a cigarette and just like throws it like a dart to Spike, and he just fucking catches it in his fingers and sort of, and it's just
That's
like
cool.
yeah,
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Very cool.
Listen,
who
kids,
else-
smoking's cool.
only if you're slick enough.
Only from space. Do you know who else is in bed with Hollywood? And this is a genuine thing. The US Army will give an almost unlimited amount of budget and weapons and airplanes and tanks to any film as long as it makes good. So that's how
as long as it makes the US military look good, you would say.
Yeah, as long as they look cool. So like that's how like James, what's his name, Michael Bay always has so much army stuff in it because they're just like, all right, we'll just give it. He's like, can I have?
He makes them look good. Yeah.
He's like, can I have like 5 F-15s and a tank? And they're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, can I make one of those tanks turn into a giant walking robot? They're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's tell the kids we got Megatron on our side. Go on, Vinny.
So
only 5 minutes in.
So Spike is, he's an animated character, obviously. So he's voiced by the legendary voice actor Steve Blum, who you will recognize his voice from something. He's done fucking trillions.
This is the English version, right?
Yeah. I've never watched the Japanese version. This is all purely off the English version.
So uncultured, man.
It's one of the very few anime I'd say I think you should I implore you to watch it in English, like 100%.
The dub's really good,
especially Spike Spiegel's voice it's the best performance I think of Steve Blum's entire career. I think he fucking nails it, hits out of the park. Everything Spike says sounds just like, it's so cool. It sounds like it could be in literally a movie trailer, like any movie trailer.
He's like Master Chief.
Yeah, he's got that kind of low, gristled voice. It's very
Master Chief's like that. Every single word he says, like, I need a weapon.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're like, whoa. Like, it doesn't matter what he says. He just says something and it's like, cool, no matter what. He doesn't have like filler.
Yeah. So with his most iconic line, which really encapsulates his entire kind of character, is whatever happens, happens. So
Nice.
Despite his cooler than ice persona, the more you learn about him, the more you watch the show, the more you realize the sort of sadness behind him, the tragedy behind him. The reason why he just has no fear and he just flows like water and doesn't care what happens, just reacts on impulse. And the reason why he only tends to light up when a bounty or a mission could cost him his life is because he already died once before. See, throughout the show's runtime, we are fed little droplets of information about Spike's past. And as you watch, you'll learn that he was actually an enforcer for a crime syndicate. Him and his partner, and if you think Spike Spiegel's a ridiculous name, you'll get a load of this. Him and his partner, Vicious.
Vicious.
Yep. It's a pretty ridiculous name. It's a dog's name,
it is 20, was it 2071 or something?
Yeah.
So, 50 years in the future, maybe people wouldn't call Vicious.
But him and his partner were in the crime syndicate. Him and Vicious were in the crime syndicate, and they were the best enforcers in the entire solar system. Now, that is until he met a woman by the name of Julia. And the problem was Julia was going out with Vicious. She was in a relationship with Vicious. But Spike was just immediately in love with her and was like, she is the reason why I want to live. And so he gets this plan together. He's going to run away with her. He's going to run away far away from the crime syndicate. They're going to live a happy life. And he's going to finally...
He's going to clap that.
He has, this is his one motive for actually living. But things don't turn out well as Julia is forced to betray Spike or face being executed by Vicious. So Spike...
Vicious, man. He's vicious.
Yeah, he does what it says on the tin. Yeah, can't blame him. And so Spike ends up faking his own death so he can just try and move away from it all. Now, it's the first episode, C.S. Sebek. The first episode...
Don't worry about him.
is a couple years after this ordeal, and this is where we first meet Spike, who isn't even sure if Julia is still alive at this point. And because of this, Spike lives in this ultra carefree life where he kind of just simply doesn't care if he's killed on a dangerous mission because, yet again, he already died once before.
So, sorry, I may have not heard you properly because I was distracted by Seb. How he didn't physically die?
He faked his own death to the crime syndicate so they would like get off his back.
Okay.
Because they sort of Vicious put hit out on him once he found out he was shouting Julia behind his back, basically.
So that Julia, because I know you said that she had to betray him and but he faked his own death.
Yes, he faked his own death and fled and became a bounty
he's not
hunter.
got the girl. Also, he's like metaphorically died inside because he's not got the love of his life. So what's the point of living? Like he's kind of died in that sense as well.
That's
I mean, you
that's
can't
a
get the
big
girl.
part. He says at one point that like she was like it's like he lost half of him. Like when he, at this point again he doesn't even know she's alive or dead, whether she's been killed off or whether she's still with Vicious or what's going on.
So in his mind, she's gone. Like he's lost that love.
Yeah, he's lost that reason to live.
Without love, what is life? You know what I mean?
Goat drug, love.
I was about to say.
And he just sort of expresses this and saying that the life he lives on the Bebop, hunting criminals, is kind of like this dream where he just can't wake up from.
Yeah. Just going through the motions.
An interesting and subtle tidbit about his character design is you'll notice that he actually has two different colored eyes. They're both brown, but one is just like a slightly different shade of brown. Now, I'm going to be getting into massive, major spoiler territory now, so if you don't want to hear about the ending of the show... I
don't want to hear because I want to watch it.
You should. God you really should.
Fucking ruin it then. I'll have to listen to it be ruined. That's that's like part of the territory with this show, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. The problem is I can't talk about this character without the whole character.
It would be like me saying like picking Old Boy as like the greatest show of all time, like movie ever I've ever seen, and not telling you exactly, and just saying I'm not going to tell you.
Well, like
you got to do it, mate.
It'd be like picking like fucking Walter White from Breaking Bad or something. It's like you have to tell its entire story. You can't.
You have to
leave it.
I understand.
Halfway through.
I understand. Once you ruin it for me, I probably won't ever watch it. But
you really should.
By the way, I will.
So during the finale, again, spoiler alert. Spike tells another character that one of his eyes is actually a fake, as he lost it years ago in an accident. And he tells her that his real eye sees the present, whilst his fake eye is always watching the past.
Metaphorically.
He's not got like magic powers, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, he's not actually seeing into the fucking past.
No, it's just because like the past is always on his mind.
Yeah.
So this is perfect symbolism for this character. He's someone who's trying his hardest to escape the past, but he just simply can't move on. This culminates in the ending of the series where he finally reunites with Julia, only for her to get shot by one of Vicious's goons. Spoiler alert.
He lives up to the name.
He's a vicious bastard. Spike realizes in this moment that he can never truly escape his past, and so he has to deal with it or die trying. And there's this really amazing quote when he's made this decision to go fight Vicious, and he tells one of the other characters on the Bebop, "I'm not going there to die. I'm going there to find out if I'm really alive."
Oh.
That's cold.
That's really cool, man. I love cool dialogue like that. That's
He's got great lines. He's got some great lines.
I hope he like pulls out his glass eye, like fucking chokes Vicious to death with it. The one eye on the past. Do you know what I mean? But like the one eye on the past is like fucking. And then he just leaves it there, and he just always has an eye patch now, and he's like, I only need to see the present.
That'd be good. But no, that's not what happens. Again, super major spoilers ahead. But the final action scene of the series is beyond incredible. Spike rocks up to this heavily fortified syndicate building. He drops an unpinned grenade on the floor and just kicks it into these goons, and then explosion, big fight, guns, fucking explosions. He's running through, he's going up the stairs. He gets shot a couple times by some goons, but he keeps going. He keeps going. And he fights Vicious.
No, that's from the Hunger Games.
Michael, the trouble is with the crop, you just like you doing a Hitler salute.
It's from the Hunger Games.
To my eyes, Michael just went like this.
No, because I did 3 for me, and then I was like, "Where have I? What does 3 mean?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, the Hunger Games."
Right, anyway, so he wins the duel with Vicious, and he walks down the stairs to the rest of the syndicate goons, and he's all bloodied and battered. He's got loads of gunshots, gun wounds in him, and he holds up his arm to the people downstairs like a gun finger, and he just says bang, and then drops to the floor dead, literally ending on a bang.
Because he died. He dies.
Spoiler alert. he dead.
Fuck.
Sorry.
Right, well, that's that show ruined.
Honestly, you should just watch the whole thing. Honestly, it's so fucking
Watch
good.
for the ride, yeah.
Yeah, and as the camera lifts up into the stars and the credits start rolling, a final shot of Spike's face is shown, and he's smiling with the caption, "You're gonna carry that weight." Now that line, which I've talked about in the Go album, because it's the sort of last line, the sort of last message the Beatles ever gave to the world. It's a Beatles reference.
Oh.
But that line, you're gonna carry that weight, just sums up not only Cowboy Bebop, but as a whole, but Spike perfectly. The show is like just really heavily episodic in its presentation. There's very little continuity between episodes. But a lot of these episodes have these quite like very tragic endings where like a sympathetic character dies. And after each of these tragedies, the only thing that Spike can do is just move on. He can't wallow in the sadness of the past. He has to carry that weight forward, no matter how hard it is. He starts off the show as this very slick and cool, but extremely apathetic character. But the more he sort of grows throughout the show, and for example, more characters sort of come onto the Bebop and join the show, and it's like a dog and this woman that he doesn't get along with, and this
a dog,
yeah.
Just
every show's got to have a dog.
Yeah. A dog or like a anthropomorphic dog?
No, it's a dog. It's like a corgi.
Just a regular old dog.
Yeah, it's a dog. Right. Well, it's okay. got like the brain of a super genius in him. Like, but anyway,
in a like bell.
He can't talk. He's basically just a dog, but he's just really, really smart.
In a bell jar on his head, he's got a brain.
It's not like that. He's just a dog, but he's very, very smart for a dog. He can't talk in English, though.
How do I know he's clever? He's just there, like, doing chess.
Well, just fucking watch it. Just watch it.
Okay.
And not only that, but like there's also this like really autistic kid joins the group, and she's like this super hacker who's like 10 years old and very spazzy. And very spastic.
Vinny can say that.
That's right.
Vinny's got the card, mate. You can say that.
But anyway, so these characters, when Spike's like sort of forced to be with them on the Bebop with them, he's like, I hate dogs, I hate women with attitudes, and I hate kids. So why have we got all these people here? I don't like them. But it kind of very subtly grows throughout the show, and without saying anything, it really shows how far he has come, the development he's made even in this life that he calls a dream, his sort of afterlife. Because like
Yeah.
towards the end, there's this great scene where, really emotional scene where like Ed and the dog, Ed's the girl, and Ed and the dog, they leave, and without any words, you know, she gives him this kind of like toy like turbine thing, like wind turbine thing, and you don't see him like say like, oh, I'm gonna miss you or anything like that. You don't see him even do anything with it. You just see like a minute later like a shot of just that same little wind turbine just like really haphazardly taped onto the top of the Bebop spaceship, obviously implying
He wants to keep it around. And,
he wants to keep it around.
Yeah.
He's sentimental. He's really grown fond of this character, and it's a really, really great scene. And I don't know how to summarize this character. He's just super fucking cool, super fucking slick, has all the coolest lines, sounds amazing, great voice acting by Steve Blum again. I think it was Steve Blum. I think I got that right. Yeah, Steve Blum. But like this sort of like tragic sort of sadness behind his eyes all of the time is kind of the reason he's like this. And the more you dive into it, the more just cool he is, and the more, I don't know, man, he's just a really interesting character with lots of sort of multifaceted things going on, and that's my pick for the greatest animated character of all time.
I love it. I have to say, I love it. One of my favorite characters of all time is the Master Chief, John 117, and he is very similar like that. I love really that like fucking cool, badass, sick at fighting, like bounty hunter. That all resonates with me. But then you look behind the mask of the machine, and you see a human, and like what's gone on in the past and the tragedy, and why they're like, doesn't fucking matter, like just do everything to like complete the mission, kill this, like whatever, like you know, sick, doesn't matter. Like I love that stuff. I love that like I love that when they give like a machine a character arc. Do you know what I mean? Because he sounds a bit like of a machine. Like he just goes around, like you said, he just like killing machine.
He's not like remorseless.
He's a badass.
He's a badass, but he's got like a good heart. He's not necessarily a good guy because he's a bounty hunter. You know, he hunts for a living. That's not.
Yeah,
but he's got
like
a
a
good
mercenary.
heart.
He's kind of a bad guy, but like he's got a character. He's not. That's not.
He does the right
thing.
thing.
He's not a blank cardboard box in that sense. You know what I mean? It's not like he's a badass and he's just a badass and that's it.
Yeah.
He's got other like multifaceted like personality traits and a really good character arc.
Yeah, he's
very complicated,
very realistic, very like you could see how you get from point A to point B once you learn his entire thing, and it all makes sense.
But seems very simple in the beginning, like he's a badass.
Still, it's charming.
But then you
dig
deeper. Yeah, exactly. You dig deeper and you find it. I like that.
Yeah, I love it.
I like it a lot. That's a character I very, very much resonate with. That's a very good pick. I've never heard of Spike Spiegel.
It's, by the way, Cowboy Bebop is on Netflix in the UK right now. Fully recommend. Just watch the first
one episode. With Howard and Kumar, or
no. The live action one kind of just misses the point of the show. But just watch the first episode.
Yeah.
And if you like it, carry on. If you don't have to carry on. But the first episode's a great introduction. It really shows you what the show's going to be about.
It's not like a pilot where it's like actually watch the second episode is more like what the show really is, because it happens a lot.
It's a good sort of, it really steps you into it. It has all like the fight scenes, the tragedy, the great characters, the great lines, everything.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Cool. Well, that was great. That was a great pick, Vinny. Something I didn't know about, but something that resonates with me. Seb, you do have a lot to do because that's a fucking good shout. And I bet you haven't said anything. He's been sat there silently, but that's because he also agrees that that's a great character. I know that's the kind of character he likes. It is. You love like a badass Jack Reacher, all that shit. You love that kind of fucking.
I do love Reacher, to be fair.
You've got a bit of a semi on for this guy.
Do you know what's really bad? And this says something really bad about me as a person. Is that I was watching Reacher. And then I went on the guy's Instagram who plays Reacher, and he does all these Christian sermons. And it really put me off. And I know it shouldn't.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I stopped watching it because I was like, oh, this guy's a fucking dweeb.
Okay, this week I wanted to play a game, but with a twist.
Let's play a game.
I am going to give you a cartoon character. And I would like the first word that comes into your mind. But here's the twist. That word has to be either smash or pass. So, Seb, first question. Amy Rose from Sonic, smash or pass?
Pass.
No, you can't have pass. You have to say smash. Vinny,
What?
Meg Griffin, smash or pass?
Pass. She's underage.
No, we're not actually playing that. That's a terrible game. I can see Chris Chan's eyes lighting up at this game. But no, we don't do disgusting things like that. What we're going to do is we're going to steal Vinny's idea that he kindly gave to me and do 20 questions, but not with boring countries. We're going to do 20 questions with cool animated characters.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this quiz writes itself by you asking the question, so I have to do less work. Yes. So, first question, go, Seb.
Are they human?
No. That's a great question.
Are they pickle shaped?
No.
Okay. It's not who I think it is. Then.
He's not a pickle.
Are they an alien?
Yes, they are an alien.
They green?
No.
Are they a robot?
Yes.
Ooh.
Robot alien. Robot alien cartoon. Nah. Fuck. Are they a good character? Are they?
Yes.
Okay.
They are definitely a good guy.
Do they exist in a kids show?
Yeah.
Is it the Iron Giant?
No.
Oh, good guess.
That was a good guess. Is he a robot alien? Yeah, I suppose he is, yeah.
Yeah.
No, not the Iron Giant.
Do they exist on Earth? Like, does he come to Earth?
Yes.
Kids show. Alien robot comes to Earth. He's a good guy.
Come on.
I feel like I'm going to be kicking myself.
Because I might have to keep these to a timer, and if no one gets it, and give the answer for no points, because otherwise we'll be here fucking all night.
Because I didn't watch cartoons when I was a kid. I didn't have a telly. So
I know.
I don't these things.
All week when you've been like, oh, guys, I can't think of a cartoon character, I was like, God damn it, Seb. This is why you needed a TV.
Oh my
This moment.
god!
Oh,
Can I ask a question?
go for it.
No, it's Vinny's turn to ask a
Vinny's
question.
turn.
Oh yeah, it's my turn. Are they Cleveland Brown?
No.
Okay.
Do they say, "Bite my shiny metal ass"?
No.
No,
Oh.
it's I thought Bender
Bender.
first, but he's not an alien. He came from Earth.
Or a good guy.
Or a good guy, really.
He's morally ambiguous, yeah.
It's kind of an arsehole, really. It's sort of evil, to be honest.
He's a good guy, but he's an asshole, yeah.
I only know
think he's
like
evil.
2 animated shows. I know The Simpsons and Futurama and Family Guy.
Well, this is going to be a long night of this list.
Is it? Oh, is
No,
it?
I made sure you know all of these characters. You know all of these characters, Seb. I made sure.
Is
How
it?
do you know that?
Because I just
What's
know.
his name? I know it is, but what's his name? Is it oh, shit. I keep wanting to say Magnus Carlsen, but that's the that's the chess player. No,
Magnus Carlsen.
that's not my question. That's not my question. Is
Is
he
it Magnus Carlsen?
Optimus Prime?
I am
Oh,
Optimus Prime.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, that's
it is
really good.
Optimus Prime.
Yes.
God, that was easy. Alien robot comes
There's
to Earth.
the
Good
thing is,
guy. He's the ultimate
Yeah.
good guy.
There's loads of cartoon characters out there, and also I never watched Transformers as a kid. I only ever watched the
Everyone
Michael Bay
knows who
films.
Optimus Prime is.
Yeah.
And now they are Transformers.
Yes. Question Character number 2, Vinny. Well, no, you got it right, actually, so I'm going to give Seb the first.
I need all the help I can get.
Go for it.
You know who all of these people are.
Oh, I've got to ask. Are they... I'm not going to... Should we say... Can we ask the questions we asked before?
Yeah.
Or do we have to...
Yeah, yeah.
Alright,
I mean, it gets pretty fucking difficult otherwise, wouldn't it? By the fourth
Write these
person,
down.
you'd be like, do they have a nose?
Are they a human?
Yes.
Are they from a kids' TV show?
No.
Are they a father?
Yes.
Is he from a age ambiguous TV show?
An age ambiguous.
I don't know,
what
like
do
The
you mean?
Simpsons or something. You know, like it could be for everyone.
No, it's
family.
adult. It's adult. No.
Do they come from America?
Yes. Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Are they pickle shaped?
Occasionally.
It's a Pickle Rick. He's just Rick
No.
Sanchez. Rick Sanchez.
It's
yeah.
Rick Sanchez, yes. Occasionally pickle shaped. Rick Sanchez.
Okay.
Vinny, 2-0. Seb,
Yes.
over to you. Again, I know you know who this character is.
Okay, all right. Are they human?
No.
Are they an alien?
Yes.
Is it Omni-Man?
Yes.
Wow, that's good.
Oh my
Well
god.
played.
It actually is 100%
played.
Omni-Man.
Thank
Damn. Seb, that was fucking pulled that right out of the bag. How did
Nice
you,
one.
is that just the first name that came to your head?
No, I once you said like, oh, it's people you know, then I just started basically scanning through the shows that I know that I've watched, and I was
But
like,
some of these
wow.
I don't know for sure you've watched. I don't know for sure you've watched Transformers, but I know you know Optimus Prime.
it just felt right. It just felt right.
Well, there you go. Nice one. Question number 4 then. Vinny, over to you.
Are they human?
Yep. They are a humanoid.
Are they
Humanoid.
based on
Sorry,
Earth?
Yep.
You're disgusting. We can't
You-
keep that in.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
You can't laugh about your burping if you're if you rip Seb for farting so much.
Oh, farting's way worse than burping.
It's less disruptive, I think, but it's smellier. So wait, they're human and they're from Earth. Did you say?
Yeah. They're obviously from Earth if they're human.
Is it
Well,
is
they
it
might not
a,
be.
is it a guy?
Yeah, he's a guy. Yeah.
Does he have a family?
Yeah.
Is it Family Guy?
It's not. No, he's not in Family Guy.
Okay, that was my question. Fuck it, sure.
Nothing to do with Family Guy.
Are they yellow?
Are they yellow?
I mean,
No.
no. Okay.
Are they from an adult TV show?
Yes.
Oh. Have they ever been on interplanetary adventures?
Nope. No way, Jose.
Has he got exactly one son and 0 daughters?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's not Frank Hill then. I was thinking of Frank Hill from
Oh
King of the
my
King of the
god.
Hill.
No.
Is he Australian?
No.
Oh.
Who are you going to say? Koala Man?
No, I was going to say Big Les.
Oh.
He's not human. He's not human.
No, he's not human, is
No,
he?
he's an alien.
Come in.
Yes. Yeah, come on, Sam, brush up on your, brush up on your fucking Big Les law, mate.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
No, he's not Australian. No, certainly not
So
Australian.
he's a family guy.
He's not a family guy.
You said he's a guy
not
and he has a family. He's a family guy. Okay.
basically everybody has a family, mother, father, whatever.
So
He doesn't. He's not the head of a family. He has a family.
Okay.
Okay, you've
But
given us that one then.
He's not a family guy. Right?
Okay.
Who positively can do.
Is he set like basically like in the present, if that makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Very much in the present.
Oh, is he younger than 18?
Yes.
Is it
Is it?
Sorry,
Can I ask?
Go.
Can I?
Yeah,
Go.
Seb, you have the
Is it
right to ask.
Stewie Griffin?
No.
Oh,
Is it Eric Cartman?
Yes, it is.
Yes! Yeah.
The fat little fucker.
Yeah, boy.
It is Eric Cartman. It is 3-1, Vinny. What time is it? Do you want to do any more? Because I've got 2 more.
let's do 2 more. Go on, I'm quite enjoying them.
Okay. Go.
Are they human?
No.
Are they alien?
No.
Are they from a kids show?
Yep.
Are they an animal?
Yep.
Have they been known to help solve crimes?
No.
Is it Sonic?
No.
Do they exist in the Sonic universe?
No.
Okay. Did you say yes to fighting crime?
No.
No.
No to fighting crime. They don't fight crime.
Not typically. Not that I recall.
Do they? Is it Pikachu?
No. Pikachu fights crime. Fights
that
Rocket
Pikachu?
yeah, I guess. Doesn't go out to fight crime, but it just crime happens to him and he has to fight it away.
Yeah. Crime. He gets stolen, so he fights.
Oh, that's true. I was going to ask if he had a mate that's name rhyme with Bash Snatch'em, but I
can't believe no one's asked the question. Does he like spaghetti?
What?
what?
You don't remember from last time when we did 20 questions?
yeah.
Do they like spaghetti? And you were like, fuck off. I was like, it's for the theatre of the thing.
What do you mean, the theatre?
Yeah. That was really stupid.
Yeah, it was.
Are they the main character of their show?
No,
Oh,
they are not.
Is it a man? Have we already asked that one? Like, is it a male?
Is it a male? Yes, I believe it is a male.
also it's ambiguous though.
No,
They're an animal. I forgot about that part. Sorry.
they are an animal.
Okay, male.
Do
animal.
they have a human name?
Yes.
Do they sing?
Yeah, they've been known to sing occasionally.
Do they sing in the theme song to their show that they're in?
No.
Um,
You're thinking Brian, the dog. Nah, not
I'm
him,
thinking
mate.
like Alvin Chipmunk for some reason.
Ugh.
But no, okay.
I'm gonna write that down. Just think, I'm only gonna write down things I think are funny or I like. I'm gonna write fucking Alvin and the Chipmunks down.
Go for a Sev.
Are they orange?
No.
So you think it's the annoying orange? Oh, Garfield.
No, Klaus, the fish from.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh, hang on, it's a kids show, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit.
getting these confused now. An animal, male
Is
animal,
he very?
kids show,
Sorry.
human, not human,
Not human.
of Earth though.
Oh,
Fuck.
did you say they're an animal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do they talk perfect English?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not perfect English, but they do talk English for sure.
Okay.
Do they? Fuck, that's so difficult. Do they?
I'll give
move-
you a clue. They're pink.
Is it Kirby?
No.
It's not Kirby.
Oh my god!
You can guess. If you think you know. I think we're at the point where you just guess.
Is it Patrick
Is it the
Star?
Pink Panther?
Yes, it's Patrick Star!
Oh!
Yes, it is!
Yeah. When you said Pink, I did think him, but for some reason I crossed him out of my mind for a second.
He is pink. Right, I got one
He is
more. I
an
think
animal,
you're going to
he's a
get this.
fucking starfish.
He's a starfish,
Yeah.
mate. You're going to get this one really quickly, the last one. Trust me.
Sure.
Go.
So there you go.
Are they human?
Yeah. Finning.
Oh yeah, sorry. For some reason I was waiting for Seb to like is it fucking Family Guy or something? Is it Family Guy?
Yep.
Oh, what? Is it Peter Griffin?
Yep.
Yes.
Chris complete. I think Vinny wins by a fucking
You
landslide.
spanked me, mate.
Yeah.
He's done you a 5-1er, mate. He's done you a 5-tonner.
Oh my
5-1er.
good lord.
Well, let's see if he can make it 6-1 or whether Seb can make it 5-2.
Hang on, what? Winning the show is only worth 1 point in comparison to the quiz.
Whoever wins the middle bit just wins the show.
It's like the snitch in Harry Potter.
Oh, this is my bad. I forgot to say it's crazy points. So yes, that is how it works. It's
Oh,
1
fucking
point for
crazy
every
point.
correct answer. 1 point for a goat, 1 point for a correct answer. Simple as that. So you can only cut the deficit to 5-2, Seb. You can't actually win.
So I'm having some issues getting my script to load on my phone.
Brilliant. Stop being racist.
It's not racist. Anyway, look. You both know that I found this quite difficult because, as it turns out, if you don't watch cartoons as a kid, you don't have that many cartoons that you give a shit about. And I'm quite glad that I realised that as we were talking about it then, because for a bit I just thought I was a psychopath. Like I really was just like, I don't care about any of these. I can't think of a single animated character that I even remotely give a shit about.
Optimus
However,
Prime.
I don't care. I didn't watch it when I was a kid. It means nothing to me.
Optimus Prime.
Did
The
you
only
watch
thing I
the
think
Did you watch the show more, or did you just
Yeah.
watch the Michael Bay films?
No, I watched the show. I had the toys.
Ah, didn't know it was like on.
I had a
anywhere.
Transformers toy, but I never watched the show.
It was on. I think you could watch it on Jetix.
Oh yeah. They used to play like random shit, didn't they?
Crazy shit. Galactic
Yeah.
Football.
Nice.
Oh mate, Galactic Football is so good.
Peng. Seb,
Anyway.
you'd fucking love Galactic Football. You
I'm
should
sure
go
I
and watch
would.
it now.
It was corny
I
as
just-
hell, but it was great.
You'd love it. What were they called? The Snow What were they called? The Snow Kids.
Maybe.
They were the main team.
Yeah. I can't remember what they were called though.
This is not. Again, I don't know these things. We
They were
just
the
talked
Bombay
about
Pirates.
Oh,
You'd love it. There was like some gorilla people as well, wasn't there?
I can't remember that bit. But
From
anyways,
like a forest planet.
Sevek,
Look.
sorry.
this just further accentuates my point, which is I don't know any of these things. And you know, every Transformers to me, I know it's bad. It is just the Michael Bay films. Like I didn't interact with them. I went down a rabbit hole of the Linkin Park ending where it's like ding ding ding. I went down a rabbit hole of like people putting that music over other endings.
I've done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it goes like ding 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 ding. I can't think of it. I can hear in my head, but I can't say it out loud.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is so not the point. That's not to say I don't like animation. I do like animation. There's some animated shows that I like now as an adult. There's some animated films that I really enjoy, but I just couldn't pull one to my mind that I thought was good enough to crown as a go, except one. And I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that. That's too silly. It's too on the nose. It's too Seb. You're just being Seb. You're just buying into the brand. Don't do that. Everyone's going to laugh at you. Everyone's going to call you a fucking weeb. And I was like, don't do that. Try and think of something else. So I started Googling like socially impactful cartoon characters. This is so boring.
Yeah.
Okay. Who fucking cares? Oh, this little picture of a mouse helped fucking end communism. Blech. don't give a shit, man.
You can't. No, you can't. Ending communism.
I can't.
Ending communism.
Like, no, it's not. It's not that I don't care about communism ending. It's just like I'm just.
Don't care about the character. Yeah.
It doesn't. Everything has to be so fucking worthy. So then I started looking like impactfully, like emotionally impactful characters like Bambi or the Iron Giant. I remember crying at the Iron Giant when I was a kid.
That's a great character.
But again, I just was like, oh. And then I had this big thing about Wile E. Coyote, because there's something quite deep and poetic about this idea of like he never gets the thing he wants. He's always chasing this thing that he can never achieve. It's like within the laws of the universe that Wile E. Coyote can never ever catch the Roadrunner, and it's like his whole existence is based on this thing that he will never get to. And I was like, oh, fuck off. All right, fuck it. I'll just do the one. I'll just do the weeb answer, the one that everyone's going to laugh at me, say, oh, Seb, stop being so fucking Seb about it. I'm just going to do it.
I don't know what this
because
is.
My pick for
it can't be more weeb than Spike Spiegel.
Maybe not weeby, but just a bit like cringe.
Could have been Naruto.
Because I know who the GOAT is. I know who my GOAT is. It's someone strong, someone powerful, and most importantly, someone who was my first love.
Okay.
It's Nani Palecki. I can't say her second name. It's Nani, a.k.a. Lilo's older sister in Lilo and Stitch.
Okay,
a.k.a. Portuguese right winger, Nani. Cutting in off the right, he fucking scores a screamer.
You picked Nani from Manchester United.
What?
Why have you picked Nani?
Look, I'm too tired to get your Nani references. Nani fucking Christ, Seb. I listened to it before I started, but it's Hawaiian, so I can't say it. Nani Pelekai, Nani, obviously did have a sensational career at United, did tail off a little bit, but, they ended up playing for like the Orlando Pirates, I think. Anyway, that's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Nani, Lilo's older sister from Lilo and Stitch. Now, if you've never seen the masterpiece that is Lilo and Stitch, let me explain it to you. You've never seen it?
No.
Oh. Wow. I'm excited to tell you. So, it's an animated comedy drama about an alien that's built by a mad scientist with the pure purpose to just destroy and cause chaos. That's his whole fucking vibe.
Hang on, you can't say an animated comedy drama.
You can.
I can't.
I know, but it's a bit like it's an animated kids movie. That's like saying Toy Story is an animated comedy drama. You just wouldn't sum it up like that. Yes, it's dramas. Funny. Yes, there's drama. It's not like a highbrow comedy drama. It is what it is.
Well, you've not watched the film, so you don't know that. And as I'm about to tell you, some of the themes in this are fucking pretty dramatic and pretty adult. So you wait to be fucking winding your neck right back in.
Okay.
Right? So,
yeah.
Look, he's this little blue fucker. He's built his whole objective, all his brain can think of is chaos and destruction, right? Caught the mad scientist alien guy who built him gets caught by the alien fucking government, and they lock him up, right? And they're like, you can't go doing experiments again. And they put the little alien boy, the little blue lad, in fucking prison. And they're like, mate, it's not your fault, but you were a fucking monster and you can only destroy things, so you've got to go in prison. What does he do, right? Obviously, what's the first thing he's going to fucking do?
Gal.
He's going to escape, mate. And there's a really sick prison escape scene. It's honestly really good. It's really clever. He realizes that there's these like fucking... He gets his
brother DNA. Comes in. His brother's like tattooed fucking head to toe, and he like reads the map off the back of this thing.
He grabs a guy's fucking inner pocket.
Have you ever seen Prison Break, Vinny?
No.
Nah, I haven't.
Oh, nah,
Anyway,
I've seen the Prison Break from Kung Fu Panda 1. Poe would have been a good answer, actually.
That's oh mate, I didn't even think about
you couldn't have had Poe. Double
I've already
Jeopardy.
done Kung Fu Panda, yeah.
True.
So anyway, look. He escapes. He finds basically when he gets put in prison, they take his DNA and they put his DNA into the system of the prison, and so all of the weapons automatically fire when they sense his DNA. So he realizes if he spits, he can get the weapons. Well, it's a fucking. What do you mean?
You don't have to bite, Seb.
What the fuck are you talking about? We just listened to a space cowboy called Barry Bliniker, right? Absolutely sucker fat one, okay? Absolute joke, mate.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to bite that hard at that.
I didn't know what you said. You just whispered something and said immediately flipped out.
All I said was a bit far-fetched.
Don't listen to him, Sebek.
Right. Anyway, his escape doesn't go as planned. He steals a spacecraft, but it doesn't go as planned because the ship he's stolen crash lands on Earth. More specifically, the island of Hawaii. More specifically, the island of Kaura in Hawaii. And when he gets arrived, he's sort of lurching about. He's all a bit confused, and he gets fucking decked by a truck, hit by a fucking lorry, mate. He's like, oh, fucking my head's killing me. Wakes up, right?
I love that little ad-lib. Oh, fuck me, my head's killing me. That's probably what I was thinking.
My head's fucking killing me.
Well, he wakes up, and he's like, oh, shit, mate. And he finds out that he's been put in the dog pound. And do you know what? He's a clever little fucker, and he thinks, right, if I can get adopted from the dog pound, then I can escape. Now, there is a small plot hole there, is that he obviously did escape a ship that was genetically designed to kill him, and then he can't get out of the dog pound. However, what you have to understand is that at this point, he has also realized that he's been tracked by the galactic government and the bloke who made him. And he realizes that if he gets himself human companions, they can't go near him.
Does he realize all this? Because I'm pretty sure he doesn't speak.
He can speak.
Can he?
Yes.
Does he?
He does.
He's like.
He does that when he's pretending to be a dog.
Oh.
Does he just speak these things out loud then, or?
No, but you see him. He like looks at the people. There's a bit where
it's the audience's interpretation.
There's a poster of a girl hugging a dog, and then he sees the people hunting him, and he looks at the poster, and then he's like, "Oh, if I can get a little girl to hug me, then I'm safe." So,
oh yeah, mate.
Mate. Sorry.
So, what happens next? He gets himself adopted by a little Hawaiian girl called Lilo and her older sister Nani. Now, Lilo and Nani, they're a little family of two. Their parents died in a car accident when Lilo was very young. An 18-year-old Nani is her legal guardian. And there's a lot to love about this film in general. But my favorite part by far is Nani. Now, when I was a kid, I just thought she was the coolest fucking woman I'd ever seen. I thought she was a surfer and she was badass and kind of hot. And I was like, she's really, really cool. But that's not why I picked her. Because when I rewatched Lilo and Stitch over Christmas, and I was struck by how complex and emotional this film is, especially when it comes to Nani. Now, obviously, on the surface, Lilo and Stitch is a film about a little alien lad comes to Earth, gets adopted by a little girl, and gets into some capers while the space government tries to recapture him.
Capers.
He gets into some japes, mate.
It's not 1920s.
Capers.
Gets into some capers, lad.
When you scratch under the surface, Lilo and Stitch is a film about a dysfunctional family and their desperation to survive. It's about an alien experiment that's been designed. It's about an alien experiment that's been designated a failure that needs to be fixed. And it's about a family that's been designated a failure and that needs to be fixed. About an 18-year-old girl.
Are you putting
Why are you
on me?
laughing? What?
You morg. Sorry.
Because on my screen you're pointing at Seth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Sorry.
I'm trying to get.
When you talk about like a broken family that needs to be fixed or something, Vinny was like this, but on my screen he's pointing at your square. But I was like, I bet he's trying to point at my square.
That's really funny. Right. It's about an 18-year-old girl trying to raise her 6-year-old sister and all of the challenges that come with that. And the underlying drama of the story is that Nanny is constantly trying to convince the social services that she is a competent guardian for Lilo. But the truth is she isn't. She can't cook. She can't hold down a job. Lilo's getting into fights at school. Now she's adopted this fucking, what she thinks is a dog that's fucking causing all sorts of carnage.
Do they not notice that it's blue, by the way? Is he blue?
And it's got 4 arms.
No, he doesn't have 2 arms. He sucks 2 of his arms back in and gets rid of his hands.
Yeah, but his ears are fucking out here.
It's about suspended disbelief, mate. You wait until you see...
Cunt walks on 2 legs.
You wait until you see fucking... Why is Michael laughing so much?
Imagine if I said, look at my new dog.
It's a cartoon!
A blue cunt on 2 legs. You'd be like, what?
Imagine if you walked in
She's walking about like this.
Imagine if you walked in and your granddad had turned into a fucking pickle, mate. It's just... This is nonsense. You just accept some stuff. Fucking hell. Right. Now, the drama of the film is what I was looking for. The drama of the film, the drama of the narrative, you might expect to be, is Lilo going to get picked up? Is Stitch going to get found by the space police? Are they going to take him back? There's this whole thing where his alien like bloke who built him's going like, I'm going to fucking redesign him to be less of a cunt. And Stitch is like, I like how I am now. And he's like, I've got a family and all this shit. And he's like, fuck you, I'm taking you back to your homeland. I'm going to strip you for parts, mate. And it's a bit fucking dark. But the real underlying tension is the fact that fucking, because of their family situation, they just can't seem to get it right. And Nanny is trying her absolute best to raise her sister and this fucking weird blue dog. And things just keep going wrong. And there's this really, really powerful moment where Lilo gets really upset. She goes screaming off upstairs. Her and Nanny have had an argument. And Lilo looks up at her sister Nanny and says, I liked you better when you were my sister and not my mum. And they have this like moment where she's like, I'm really sorry, I want to be your sister, but I have to be your mum. Because we don't have a mum, because our mum died in a car accident.
She says all
and
that.
It's very, very powerful. Convenient.
What the fuck do you mean convenient?
Every single Disney movie is like, right, guys, this is the boardroom meeting.
I wouldn't call it convenient.
We need tension in our movie.
By the way.
we need tension in our movie. It's like that meme on guys like, what about creating a really good narrative? What about this? What about this? What about if their parents are dead? Yes! It's like every single Disney movie is like, how can you create drama and struggle? Parents dead? By Jove, you've done it. You've cracked the case.
Yeah. Well, look, our parents did it, okay? But I can't help that. It's still a very good story. And one of the things that I really like about Nanny as a character is that she is incredibly flawed. She is not a good mum to Lilo. She's not really a good sister at times. She screams at her. She fucking grabs her at one point and it all gets a bit intense and she's kind of hurting her because she's like trying to stop her running away and Lilo starts crying and she's making she fucks a lot of stuff up. She constantly loses jobs because she's just not very good at it because she's fucking 18 and she's generally just fucks things up. But she keeps on going. And you know what? As a kid, I think I just thought Nanny was pretty badass, hot-headed. She was attractive. She could surf. She wears a cool bikini. I was like, she's kind of hot. I fancied her. She was my first love. But as an adult, I really resonated
Why
with her.
Why are you brushing over that? That's the reason you picked that.
Yeah, that's
no, it's not,
reason.
though. I didn't pick her because she's hot. I picked her because she's my favourite character. Now,
because you're in love with her.
Well, I am a bit, yeah, but,
You love her.
You have to love a character to fall, to believe they're the goat, True. I don't love her
sexually,
romantically or sexually. Yes, I love her. I don't.
If she was standing right there behind you, with her giant eyes and her giant head that's like way bigger than like proportion size than your like to her body. Like for a normal human, that is, because she's like a cartoon character, and she's like kissing your neck.
And she's 2D.
And yeah, you can't see her when she turns.
She's like Mr. Game
She
& Watch.
disappears when she turns.
No, I would not cheat on my partner for a 2D cartoon. Okay? Jesus Christ. Anyway, all of that shit was when I was a kid. But rewatching it as an adult, I resonated so much with her character because I remember as a teenager feeling like the weight of the world was on your shoulders. And I remember leaving school at 17, 18. I think I left at 17. I can't quite remember. But I remember leaving school and trying to work out what it meant to be an adult. I had to fucking get a job. I had responsibilities, like probably more responsibilities than quite a lot of 17, 18-year-olds had. And I really struggled with it. It was really, really difficult. And looking back at that character, I do think that probably impacted me a lot when I was a kid. You know, Nanny, the character Nanny, taught me that it was cool to be tough and to be resilient and that all you could do is try your best. She also taught me that sometimes doing your best isn't good enough and your sister's going to get taken away by the social services and it's going to be fucking horrible.
Because of her alien dog who stands on two legs.
Yeah,
Well, no,
blue alien dog
that's
talks.
That's not why she loses.
He's like a northerner. Oh, fuck me, my head.
Northerner from the 1900s. Blimey. What, London, but...
Bloody hell, right? No. Oh, you've really
Sorry.
ruined my end.
Sorry.
It's too funny, though. It's just too funny.
Right. But most of all, and this is a line from the show, and you're going to cringe your little socks off, and I might cringe saying it, but I'm going to try and say it sincerely. Most of all, she taught me that Ohana means family. And family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten.
Oh.
You know that slow breathe you do when you're trying not to throw up?
Look, to be totally honest with you, I don't really have any big connection with any other character. And if it's not your vibe, it's not your vibe. But
No,
I
I
really enjoy the fact that she is this flawed character. She's basically like a single mum who's inherited her sister and she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing and she kind of fucks everything up. To be honest with you, when I was a kid and I saw that shit and their slightly dysfunctional family, I might have looked at my own potentially slightly dysfunctional family and thought, all right, guess it's not that weird after all.
I respect the pick for that reason. Now, I haven't seen the show,
It's
obviously.
not a show, it's a film.
There was a show though, wasn't there?
Yeah, they did a follow-up
Did
show.
you
I
watch
actually never... No, I didn't have a telly, so I just watched I think I watched the film at a mate's house.
Okay.
And
Stored it up there.
well,
Watch your wank bank.
It came out in 2002. I would have been 5, so
Yeah.
probably not.
Well, I don't know you, Zeb.
Yeah, to be fair, Seb, what you've told us on this podcast, and especially what's outside of this podcast.
Sorry. I have never said anything in the history of this podcast that's made you think I had a wank when I was 5.
Do you want me to get the list? I've got a list I'm culminating all your wank
I was
stories.
just very honest at the start of most podcasts for no reason whatsoever. I just went through a phase of almost compulsive honesty about my sexual awakening. I didn't
great,
talk
I loved
about.
it.
I never ever mentioned that I.
Nanny.
Yeah.
Sure.
My first wank, I think I was about 14, and it was to a Fast and Furious themed sexy flash game, as you both know very well.
Oh,
did say
yes,
this.
we do know that. Yeah,
Shouts
we
to
know that.
episode
Did that get cut?
7 or something.
Yeah, you cut it out.
Yeah.
I think I said it in the first ever episode.
No, it was episode 3, wasn't it? Because that was the video game one.
Oh, yeah, it might have been, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, it's out there now. But anyway, Seb, I do respect your pick. I respect it. You've done it from the heart. You've just gone with something that you believe in. You've not tried to bullshit your way to picking something that is, oh, I'm just going to pick fucking Pickle Rick because, you know, like, do you know what I mean?
Well, because the truth is, my last night I really came to the conclusion I was going to do Big Les because I was like, Michael likes Big Les, so I'll just win because he'll like Big Les. And I was like, but I don't really like Big Les. I'm just doing it because that's what Michael likes, and that's why I had such a crisis today.
No, that's good. That's good. You stuck to your guns. You stuck to your identity. Had you done Big Les, potentially, yeah, and had you picked another character from Lilo and Stitch, like the cool one, Stitch, you may have done slightly better. Because Stitch, remember, I haven't seen this film, and you're describing a lot of your presentation about a really cool, badass alien guy who gets hit by a truck and goes, fucking help me, Ed, and can break out of shit and is crazy. And I was like, oh, he sounds cool.
Yeah, I know, but he gets taught how to overcome his destructive nature by Nanny.
Not by Lilo.
No, Lilo's a bit of she bites someone.
What? Why is it called Lilo and Stitch and not like...
Well, no, because it is Lilo and Stitch. They're the ones hanging out. But
right.
It's difficult to explain. Basically, the overarching theme of it is that he joins the family and Nanny now has this second problem child that she has to raise. And throughout her teachings and her lessons and her flaws, she teaches Stitch how to be a better little alien. And at the end, the alien government are going to take him away. And he says, they're my family. And then he says, they're broken, but still good. And then she's like, oh, you can stay. And it's very sweet.
Oh,
right. Nice. That is sweet. No, Seb, I genuinely, I respect your pick because you picked it for yourself from the heart because you genuinely love it.
I picked my character for myself, by the way. I didn't pick it. I don't care if you guys actually like him. I just wanted to talk about him.
No. But having said that, I think that there's a lot of depth and coolness and character arcing with Spike Spiegel, who...
What a stupid name.
I think you can tell
Has he got
that
a cool
it was...
Japanese name?
Well, no, the thing is that is his name in the Japanese version as well. Oh. I think it's one of those cases where it's a Japanese person picking the name and it's like an English name or an American name or whatever. Right. And so it sounds a bit funny. Not right. Yeah, it's like a little bit like no one's called Vicious. Like Vicious is like it's the sort of thing that sounds cool if you're maybe Japanese. If you told me Japanese for Vicious, and I'd be like, yeah, it's a cool name for my like badass evil character. Yeah, but like it sounds a bit goofy in English.
Because even like Jack Spiegel would probably be better. Because at least it's a normal first name, whereas you got Spike.
Yeah, so you got Spike, yeah. Spike Spiegel. It's like Spike Spiegel.
Yeah, Spike Spiegel.
Spike Spiegel.
Despite his comic name, I think that, and I the thing is, well, I know Seb will agree with this as well, because I know this is the kind of character that you like that very complicated, deep, is not just a badass. He's got this underlying story and like purpose behind his actions and the emotions that he feels, and he's not just like I think he's quite a lot like Master Chief. He's not just shallow. Like a robot. He's not shallow. He's very complicated and deep, but you have to scratch beneath the mask to kind of reveal that. And also he changes. I always think a character needs to change from the beginning to the end of a great show. They have to change, because if they don't change, they haven't learned anything. If they haven't learned anything, they haven't been taught any lessons, and then what we're watching, just characters being the same forever. Like, I think characters always have to change, and the change sounds like it was quite good with like the little fucking windmill thing and like focusing on his past and going backwards and everything else. I think sounds like a great character. Sounds like a character I would really resonate with as well. And I think it's going to be the GOAT cartoon character. It's not the GOAT cartoon character, really, because that would be someone like Big Les or
Pickle Rick.
Some fucking Pickle Rick or whatever.
Tommy Pickles.
No, Tommy.
He's the absolutely shit
Tommy
himself.
Pickles mean?
I just heard it once on a podcast. It was like Tommy Pickles versus Peter Griffin, who'd win in a fight or something like that, and I thought it was the funniest shit ever.
That wasn't on it was Sleepy Cabin podcast.
It was either Sleepy Cabin or it was like on Only Players, which is just Sleepy Cabin version 2.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, Yeah, I think Spike Spiegel is the winner. I'm sorry, Seb. I know you probably are disappointed.
Well,
You've done it from the heart and everything else.
It always hurts when you put your heart into something, but
I know, but you
know,
did pick
that's-
Lilo's sister.
well, yeah, that's true. And also, I feel like I was prepared for this moment by Lilo's sister, who taught me that sometimes when you try your best, it's just not enough.
Yeah, that's good.
When
That's
you
good,
try your best and you don't succeed.
Yeah, we definitely don't need Coldplay playing us out.
You what you want, but not
With that,
With that sad ending. What are we doing next week? Woke Summit.
Oh yeah. We need to actually I don't know if we've 100% got this locked down. So far, we got this one, so it's going to be a vote.
Yeah,
You know that.
Yeah.
Working title is Wote's
Wheeler.
acting performance. But I could
It's
think
very loose. It's massive, isn't it?
we could.
A bit big.
If anyone comes up with a better one in the meantime, I'm
Worst
with
person.
Hitler. We're not doing Hitler.
I was gonna. What about
Robert Mugabe.
what about Woke's mass shooting?
I don't want to go too dark. I think the Wotes, as much as we introduced the Wotes so we could go dark, I actually like the Wotes. I prefer the Wotes when they're like
funny.
Wote film director, when it's just a really funny thing.
This guy's so shit. Yeah. Same. Yeah.
All right,
well,
what about-
yeah. We'll have a think of it. Or we
What
can do it
about-
live.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What about woe athlete?
A professional
just-
athlete.
Yeah.
But where do you draw the line at like the top level? Like a League Two football player is going to be worse than the worst Premier League football player.
It was just the funniest, isn't it? Like Eddie the Eagle, Laura the Crawler.
Yeah, but Eddie the Eagle wasn't bad. He was good.
He wasn't great. He never won anything.
Yeah, but he turned up. He qualified.
Right. I think we'll keep this
We'll think
for
of
after the
something.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Till then.
Any remarks on the victory, Vinny?
I'm glad I won, and I've won every single time so far this season, and
You've had an
I've Man
easy
City'd it.
fixture list.
I've Man City'd it.
No, you've had an easy fixture list.
I've ruined my FFP, but I've won the treble.
You've won this one 6-1 as well.
Oh,
Seb
yeah,
never called back that extra goal.
I never thought about that extra point.
All right, I think we
Crazy
should end.
points.
But you know what? I'm going to give you another goal. You can lose 6-2 because you got Omni Man after like one guess. There you go.
Nice.
Plus one
Right.
more on your goal difference, mate.
Yeah, I got Peter Griffin on my first guess.
I said how obvious that one was.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
knew you were going to get it. Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
But there we go. That's it. End of the show. Fucking love you, boy.
Love you, boy, mate.